here, 3v3, Argus Desert Gate blue team. First up is Pibb, plays a Kommando knob infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with this twin link shooter alongside. Field Marshal Yarrick is a Warboss. This is Freebooters DLC, so it looks like a big angry pirate. Melee commander that walks through cover, very good offense, disruption, and support from the front lines, can be incredibly tough late game. And rounding off the blue team is Osinski with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. On the red team, it's Flash as a brother captain, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support, fights in melee combat. Alongside him is Wise Windu with an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee. Starts with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Only 600 hit points though on that guy. And rounding off the red team is classy brother Captain David as a force commander. This is Imperial Fist DLC. Excellent offense, some good disruption and support as well. Can also tank damage very well, and he's going to chop up some shooter boys, and they overstayed their welcome big time trying to cap that power. It is a Kommando versus a force commander on the western resource lane. Then a big fight to start off. Double sluggers for Pibb. Always love to see double sluggers builds, and forces off those tactical marines. Can he get another model? He does. That's a good start for Pibb. Overextended the shooters, I think, but taking down 2 tacks is a big deal in first engagement. Lots of XP and lots of bleed. Stun bomb's going to stun the force commander, and luckily for the Kommando, he was knocked back just before he threw it. Sluggers now coming on him. East side, we have Brother Captain versus Chaos Lord, 2 big heavyweights. Brother Captain has been forced off. Brother Captain is slightly slower at 4 speed. Chaos Lord has 4.5 speed, but the Brother Captain does have slightly more damage to begin with. 30 DPS power melee compared to 26 DPS power melee for the Chaos Lord. Some Inquisitorial Stormtroopers need to back away from these 2 big commanders. The Warboss already has the Bang Bang Hammer for Field Marshal Yarrick. He has double shooters. Osinski with double CSM. This is Word Bearers DLC. See those scriptures on the Word Bearers, awesome. Apothecary is chasing them down. Needs to be careful. Chaos Space Marines can turn around and start meleeing him in the face quite nicely. Chaos Space Marines have very high melee damage for a range unit. He's got Eternal War on both of them. That gives him a very, very strong ranged base in tier 1, and I think the Chaos Lord is the best commander to get double CSM with, because he's so tough, can bully things, and he can counter setup teams with that Khorne worship. Wise Windu into some assault marines now. He has some tactical marines on the field. Heavy infantry, very durable and versatile, especially as you go through the tiers. Flash with a strike squad. Heavy infantry, very good melee and range combat, but expensive. And he's gone for a purgation squad, not what I was expecting. I was expecting him to go for interceptors. Maybe he made that decision before he saw the double CSM. Under some Khorne worship there. Middle is blue for now. Tactical marines for Brother Captain David is here. He has a power sword up on his force commander as well. Not the most obvious choice up against Orks on that western lane. And Orks have pushed forward all the way to the power here. Pibb and Yarrick are both mid. And both of the Space Marine players are mid, are they? Yes, here comes the Apothecary to support with his health regen aura and heals. He has the Mastercrafted Bolter as well. It's all kicking off mid though. Purgation getting shots in with those incinerators. Flamers that suppress infantry. Do a pretty good job at suppressing these days as well. Can they suppress that Warboss? Are they shooting at the Warboss? Here comes Sluggers. Shotgun Scouts. Must have already used their shotgun blast, I didn't see it. Purgation now running, as do Stormtroopers. He perhaps could have stayed in that engagement. But at least one of those squads had a lot of support there, but he gets away without losses. 479, 456. The Pain Boy on the field for Pibb. Seen as a very strong unit right now. Sub-commander that can heal Ork units and has some surprisingly high melee damage as well with power melee. Field Marshal Yarrick with some Storm Boys, jump troops that have power melee themselves. very, very dangerous offensive jump troops, but they give up the durability of some of the other jump troops. That was the Canticle of Absolution, which is incredibly annoying for Chaos because it completely shuts down your heretics, makes them basically useless. He does have double CSM though, which can do all of their goodness just shooting at something, which is cool. Assault Marines jumping in. These guys have bolt pistols and chainswords. Very durable, 400 hit points per model in tier 1 of heavy infantry armor. Not easy to deal with, especially with Apothecary support. Have that awesome disruption when they land. Chaos Lord's going after them. Can he get a model here? Probably not. Here come Purgation and Stormtroopers. And Flash is going 1-1-1 with his Grey Knight Strike Squad, Purgation and Interceptors. Gonna be cool to see. Orks capping mid. Should be pushing through to this VP, I think. And Pibb is pushing back on the west side. We have shotgun scouts with a sergeant for Brother Captain David and a level 2 force commander. Pain Boy is there. That's going to be a pain in the arse for him to deal with, and he's not getting devastated. He's going straight to tier 2, so he's going to struggle, I think. He does have double shotgun scouts, which could save him with a chain of knockback, but I'm not sure. And here come sluggers with a Knob Leader already up, and there is Swampum reducing their range damage by 40% that they take. That is, ouch, got absolutely owned though. Wow. Battle Cry Force Commander alongside 3 squads there, buffing up damage like crazy, and those sluggers got ripped to pieces. Pain Boy was not in that fight, and he might lose this slugger squad. There's a sync kill that's probably saved them there. We have a shotgun Warboss, Kommando Knob even. Pretty awesome weapon, very fun to use. Just completely gib a bunch of stuff, and it's all kicking off big time on the west side. Brother Captain's in there. Here comes the Warboss. You can buff up your allies, of course, with this hammer, and it's awesome. Also has the trophy rack. Was buffed a few patches ago. The radius of this debuff is now larger. It's going to take out that strike squad. He does. That's a big loss because you feed your opponent so much XP if you lose a strike squad. Storm Boys jumping to try and finish off the assault squad. That was the Knob Leader jumping as well with user choppers. Couldn't quite do it. And these guys now with 49 hit points need to be very careful. Interceptors teleporting in, trying to finish him off. A jump squad with an instant jump, and they do finish him off. Wow, big losses all round. 420, 419. Pibb looks like he has recovered and now has a Weird Boy reinforced all of his sluggers and kept his power intact. So good play from him. Scouts now decapping. 419, 419 is evened up, and a Death Dread on the way for Yarrick. Plasma Cannon on the way for Wise Windu. A pretty solid choice as your first out in tier 2 as Space Marines. Brother Captain David has gone for some Stern Guard, loading in Hellfire rounds. Gives you damage over time versus commanders and light infantry. Stern Guard are first company tactical marines that can change their ammo type to combat all targets. A very powerful squad. Give you basically a soft counter to everything. Their Hellfire rounds, probably their strongest choice. Plasma Cannon misfiring there. Look at the damage those Hellfire did to those shooters. Good grief. They are forced off though. He needs some way to deal with this huge melee blob. Is he going to get a Thunderhammer? No, he's going for a Librarian, which is a strange choice to me. Get some Devastators or a Dreadnought if I was over there, but I'm not. Chaos Lord with Lightning Claws for Osinski. He's going to go down here though. And he also has had the icon of Khorne there, as you saw. And double Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. Wow, this is going to be awesome. Shotgun Scouts trying to control them. Those Interceptors need to be very careful, as do these Assault Marines. But they forced them off with Merciless Strike hitting both squads there if they weren't in retreat. There's the Tracer Rack though, debuffing the Assault Marines damage as they run away. You see that red debuff circle. Here's a Death Dread as well. Around 60 or 70 heavy melee DPS, but it has a splash and it's nice and cheap and cheerful. Good value, I think, especially when you get the burners and bits up. 313, 419. And red team retain the east side for now. Can they hold? Death Dread and the Sluggers are here, and these Sluggers are fully upgraded for Yarrick, Burners and Knob Leader. Pibb has Brother Captain David completely pushed back here. I don't think the Librarian was a good choice. We'll see. Maybe. No, he's gone for Tome of Time. I thought he was going to try using the Force Barrier against that melee blob. 313, 414. Weird Boy up for Pibb, going to make him even more difficult to deal with. His Weird Boy, though, is up here at the moment. Sub-Commander for Orks, very powerful at dealing with blobs of infantry. Begins with 2 awesome abilities, Warp Vomit and Zap. And has a great special attack as well. Very strong Sub-Commander and Purgation have their side cannons up with damage to all targets with a small area of effect. Basically a toned down autocannon. Chaos Lord and Warboss running the heck away, and here's a Space Marine Dreadnought for Wise Windu. Begins as a full melee walker with 2 close combat weapons and a wrist mounted flamer, Emperor's Fist, which has awesome disruption and the ability to inspire nearby allies whenever it makes a melee kill. A pretty powerful walker. Always awesome to see these guys stomping around. Chasing down that Death Dread right now. Can get a multi-melter and an assault cannon. Both of them will tone down its melee effectiveness, and here come Marshal Khorne CSM trying to fight a Dreadnought. Brave of them, they do make it back off though. 313, 326, triple cap for blue team. Pibb, very strong on this west side. I don't think he's put quite enough pressure on this power though. 313, 309. Stone Guard veterans retain the 50% faster cap of Tactical Marines. Resets their levels, but they do level up a bit better. Wow, big shotgun blast, high explosive shells from the Kommando of Desert Smite, not doing a whole lot. Really not sure why he went for this Librarian, but he's going to get stuck into melee combat here. That was weird. The sign for Foot of Hawk came up, but then the Weird Boy retreated and goes down. That is a big victory from Red Team. He's going to float around a bit and then explode, because that's what a Weird Boy does. Floating around for absolutely ages and hits the Librarian. It's very rare that you actually see him do anything useful with his death explosion. But that's Orks for you. This Librarian's getting shot to pieces and needs to run away. 311, 294. Class C David is floating insane amounts of wreck. Wow, look at this for a melee block. Double Marshal Khorne CSM eating a big plasma cannon shot alongside a Chaos Lord right here. And he has the Mantle of Hate, so he can try and shut down that Apothecary with Drain Life for a little while. He's not doing it though. Too busy slaughtering things. His Lightning Claws are 100 DPS power melee. They are incredibly scary. That's why they cost so much. 200 rec, 50 power. They are crazy powerful. Dreadnought coming forward, not sure what he was doing there. Taking shots on his Plague Marines though, and Las Cannon, wow. Taking big shots, trying to tie things up. His Wise Windu looks like he's done it. Brother Captain, wow, fully kitted out for Flash. Nemesis Force Halberd, splash damage, power melee. Mantle of Terror, which we saw in Tier 1. And the Unending Purge, very solid accessory. Center. Classy Brother Captain is doing the right thing, I think. He's not focusing too much on the west side. He knows he's outplayed here by this melee blob, so he's dipping in and out of the center. Right now he's got Tome of Time on his plasma cannon. Veil of Time, I should say. Tome of Time is the item's name. And he has the Force Staff, which gives the Librarian a pretty awesome basic ranged attack. Is he going to use it here? Smite completely misses. Sluggers chasing down the plasma cannon. That is bad. That is really bad. He now has a Thunderhammer for his Force Commander though, so that's good for him. Artificer and a Teleporter pack. 245, 294. Chaos Lord went down on the east side, he's level 3. Flash going tier 3, as does Wise Windu. All of the blue players going tier 3, so it's only Class C Brother Captain David is tier 2, and he's floating like absolute nuts. 180 power, he needs to do something. get a Dreadnought or go tier 3. Don't stand around and float. You should always try to completely minimize your float, Higgs. A Stern Guard in trouble, chased by a Pain Boy, and down they go. That is big loss for Brother Captain David. 211294. Chaos Lord is back to his feet, but he's going to die again if he's not careful. What is he up to? Almost goes down, drawing fire for a while, and you see the interceptors now with their Justicar gives them that furious intervention teleport which knocks down straddling enemies. These guys are fully upgraded now. Nemesis focus and their grenades make them incredibly expensive but insanely powerful if you can micro all their stuff well. Orks coming in to shoot them up with double shooters. This is Yarrick. Death Dread still stomping around. Taking damage though from the purgation. Need to turn around and shoot it. There we go. Interceptors forcing off those shooters. That was a blood sacrifice Bloodletter squad. That's a global ability of the Chaos Lord. Sacrifice one of your models to spawn 4 temporary Bloodletters, usually used on 4 heretics. These guys holding things up quite well, but now back to the warp with them. And look at this. Triple Mark of Khorne Shrines, or Khorne Shrines I should say. This is actually giving Osinski's stuff a 30% damage boost if they're close enough to all of the shrines. I don't think this las cannon is benefiting from the center one though. Mark of Khorne CSM coming in. They're also spitting out Bloodletters, of course. The central shrine is going to go down. Yes, he's trying to repair it, and it lives. No, down it goes. Missile hit from the Tactical Marines. Wow, the Warboss is pissed. He has Bang Bang Hammer with user choppers and hard boys on him. His 2 global buffs and heavy armor is up. Almost 2,000 hit points at level 5. Mark of Khorne CSM have struggled, I think. 2 of them is very risky play. Interceptors in retreat path. Couldn't quite finish them off there. Justicar does get a power melee weapon. 178279. Wow, shooters absolutely owned there, and that is an awesome thing you can do with the interceptors. You just saw it there. You can teleport at point blank range just for that disruption. 178279. Canticle, of course, supports their energy management. 178279. There's the unending purge trying to save this brother captain. Looks like it will save him. West side still Pibb pushing. He needs to cap this up though. As a battle wagon. Yarrick lost a bunch of stuff. Now getting some flash gits. Osinski with a Chaos Predator on the way. Lots of losses all over. And Flash with Paladins. Nice to see those guys on the field. They now have a new aura which increases health regen, and what else does it do? It does something else. I think it gives some suppression resistance or something. Are they gonna live though with this Chaos Lord around with those lightning claws? Chaos Predators also on the field. That's kind of getting shots. There's that purgation. What level are these guys? Level 2. Very nearly level 3. There is the pop to level 3 in fact. A war banner goes up. Here's the Chaos Predator. No mark on it yet. 172277. There's a Rocks global nuke for the Orks, and a very powerful one it is. But that was wasted completely. Barely did anything at all apart from clear the VP. 172277. That was Yarrick, I think, judging by his red. Chaos Lord is kicking some ass. Almost level 4 now. Battle Wagon is over here from Pibb, and they've completely cleared out the east side. They can cap it now, blue team. Warboss has switched to his Power Claw. Heavy melee weapon, 95 DPS, and we have a Mark of Nurgle Predator. Awesome. Predator tank also for classy brother Captain David. He has some more Stern Guard veterans, which I wasn't expecting him to repurchase. They have their default Kraken bolts loaded in, which were buffed, are now a lot better versus heavy and super heavy infantry. So vengeance rounds are pretty much only for anti-vehicle now, which is the way it should be, I think. East side. Power is retained. Some Khorne worship, I should say. Down goes the Chaos Lord. There's an orbital. Catches those Orks. That will finish them off. Paladins are on the field. You see that health regen on everything. And that's going to stack with the Apothecary's health regen as well. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Are they going to try and decap here, or are they going to smack stuff? We have a Nob squad up. That's from Yarrick. Looks like he cancelled those flash skits to get a Nob squad. Mark of Nurgle Predator, leaving that green stuff on the floor every time it shoots. Reduces its speed, gives it some health regen, and bumps it up to 25 hit points at level 1. It's a really cool upgrade for the Predator. This is Wise Windu's Predator. No sign of a las cannon. Does reduce its effectiveness versus enemy vehicles, but there's a crack grenade. Beautifully dodged by Osinski there. That was from the interceptors. Not always easy to use, not always easy to get that thing off. Paladins are going to teleport in. That is a huge risk to teleport that close to base. Can they finish it off and make that worthwhile? I think they can. They're being part blocked by the Predator tank of Wise Windu, but that thing's going to go down. Down it goes. One more rear armor hit. Now the Paladins need to walk all the way back. They cannot retreat as a Terminator variant, and now they're going to be chased by a Nob squad and Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. Good grief. That is going to be a very, very difficult walk back to base. Interceptors teleporting in there, trying to disrupt this stuff. Nob squad with Odd Boys on them. Warboss global buff. They're still chasing. Plasma gun, stormtroopers. They need to use their overcharge to try and disrupt those knobs. Paladins turn back around to engage. In there with the Nob squad getting torn to pieces now and are forced off. That halberd doing a good job for the brother captain. He's almost level 7, this guy. Smack. Big special attack there. Sluggers coming in. Meanwhile, blue team have taken red team's natural, so they have a 2-1. 172, 187. Plasma cannon misses. Brother captain being chased for some reason. He's not retreating here. He's level 7 though. Holy armor of Titan on the way. There's the retreat. 172, 180. Grey Knight Terminators now getting their Liber Demonica. Chased down by a Warboss. These guys have splash damage, power melee. Much like Lightning Claws, not quite as much DPS, but they do have more hit points of 5,400. They also passively drain energy from nearby enemies, which is a pretty awesome ability for them to have. There is the Liber Demonica, gives them Hammer Hand. Basically just buffs their damage for a short duration. These guys kicking some serious ass. 172, 145. Here come Mark of Khorne CSM. They do not want to fight Grey Knight Terminators. Interceptors in there also. Here's some Chaos Terminators. Are we going to see Lightning Claws on these guys? Osinski doesn't have the resources to upgrade them. Or yes, he does. He's already purchased it. 172, 123. We're seeing some awesome melee fights in this game. Here come a Nob squad. And Interceptors using their teleport. Grey Knight Terminators, have they already used their teleport? I'm not sure. Lightning Claw Chaos Space Marines will rip apart all melee units without exception. Even a Nob squad, even when they use Frenzy, I think when a Nob squad levels to 4, they might take them down, maybe. Grey Knight Terminators are running back. Nob squad need to enter their charge, and there it is. And Chaos Terminators teleporting ahead to rip apart this Plasma Cannon squad. Man, so much damage from these guys. Here come the Paladins again. Not really a fight they want to take on, but they just want to hold up this Chaos and Orc advance. And look at the damage now on these Paladins. That is crazy. They're just getting ripped to shreds. Chaos also have that passive which demoralizes troops every time they kill something. Look at the damage. They barely took anything from those Paladin hammers. Wow. 16793. Now they turn to engage that brother captain who has that halberd, so he's doing a better job than most commanders would, but he's still going to get absolutely owned. And now Yarrick uses use your choppers on the Chaos Terminators. Immortal though goes up from the brother captain. He's level 7, getting on his way to level 8. Has done very well, have a las cannon predator tank, and since Terminator variants are a large target, they will take full damage with full accuracy from anti-vehicle weapons. 16772, 2-to-1 cap for blue team. Yarrick has lost a lot, has flash kits on the way, double looted tanks for Pibb. He lost his battle wagon somewhere. I haven't been focusing on mid too much. It's been so crazy on the east side. Constant action, just back and forth. Everything coming in waves up here. Looks like the red team have the best armies, but can they convert that into VPs? It's not always easy to do. Plasma cannon getting very close. What is he up to? Needs to back off and turn around. This is a dead predator tank if it's not careful. Yarrick is on rear armor with that power claw. But he's being... what was that? Was that full auto or something? Down it goes. It must have been. 16753, Chaos Lord is being chased down, and the Force Commander teleports in to finish off the Warboss with an awesome sync kill. I don't think I've ever seen that sync kill before. What the heck? Got on his shoulders. That was crazy. 16753. That was nuts. I don't remember seeing that sync kill at all, ever. 16353. That was awesome stuff. These guys need to... oh no, they don't need to push. There's double looted tanks coming in. These guys need to load Vengeance round, because he hasn't got what it takes, I don't think, to take on 2 looted tanks unless they stay still and eat plasma cannon shots. Here comes the las cannon predator. Can he finish off this looted tank? One more shot. Is he going to chase it though? Is he going to risk chasing it? There's the repairs from the sluggers. Again, the plasma cannon getting a hit in. 14453. More flash kits for Yarrick. Hey people, injured here, 3v3. Argus Desert Gate blue team. First up is Pibb, plays a Kommando nob infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with this twin link shooter alongside Field Marshal. Yarrick is a Warboss. This is Freebooters DLC, so it looks like a big angry pirate. Melee commander that walks through cover, very good offense disruption, and support from the front lines can be incredibly tough late game. And rounding off the blue team is Osinski with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. On the red team, it's Flash as a brother captain, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support, fights in melee combat. Hey people, injured here, 3v3. Argus Desert Gate blue team. First up is Pibb, plays a Kommando nob infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with this twin link shooter alongside Field Marshal. Yarrick is a Warboss. This is Freebooters DLC, so it looks like a big angry pirate. Melee commander that walks through cover, very good offense disruption, and support from the front lines can be incredibly tough late game. And rounding off the blue team is Osinski with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. On the red team, it's Flash as a brother captain, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support, fights in melee combat. Alongside him is wise Windu with an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee. Starts with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Only 600 hit points though on that guy. And rounding off the red team is classy brother Captain David as a force commander. This is Imperial Fist DLC. Excellent offense, some good disruption and support as well. Can also tank damage very well. Hey people, injured here, 3v3. Argus Desert Gate blue team. First up is Pibb, plays a Kommando nob infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with this twin link shooter alongside Field Marshal. Yarrick is a Warboss. This is Freebooters DLC, so it looks like a big angry pirate. melee commander that walks through cover, very good offense disruption, and support from the front lines can be incredibly tough late game. And rounding off the blue team is Osinski with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. On the red team, it's Flash as a brother captain, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, very good offense and support, fights in melee combat. Alongside him is Wise Windu with an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee, starts with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Only 600 hit points though on that guy. And rounding off the red team is classy brother Captain David as a force commander. This is Imperial Fist DLC. Excellent offense, some good disruption and support as well, can also tank damage very well, and he's going to chop up some shooter boys, and they overstayed their welcome big time trying to cap that power. It is a Kommando versus a force commander on the western resource lane then. A big fight to start off. Double sluggers for Pibb. Always love to see double sluggers builds, and forces off those tactical points. Can he get another model? He does. That's a good start for Pibb. Overextended the shooters, I think, but taking down 2 tacks is a big deal in first engagement. Lots of XP and lots of bleed. Stun bomb's going to stun the force commander, and luckily for the Kommando, he was knocked back just before he threw it. Sluggers now coming on him. East side, we have Brother Captain versus Chaos Lord, 2 big heavyweights. Brother Captain has been forced off. Brother Captain is slightly slower at 4 speed. Chaos Lord has 4.5 speed, but the Brother Captain does have slightly more damage to begin with, 30 DPS power melee compared to 26 DPS power melee for the Chaos Lord. Some Inquisitorial Stormtroopers need to back away from these 2 big commanders. The Warboss already has the Bang Bang Hammer for Field Marshal Yarrick. He has double shooters. Osinski with double CSM. This is Wordbearers DLC. See those scriptures on the Wordbearers, awesome.